Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. All right, guys, today we are going to be going over the latest episode of Snowfall season 6, episode number 7, and that is called Charnel House. All right, guys, let me say hello to people in the building. If there was anybody in the building, there was Rashonda. She was here at 10. Whenever you come back, hey girl. So I'm going to get ready to get into this episode. I'm going to try my best not to be long because, I've been getting kind of tired lately. So, that's how it is sometimes. Chicks get tired. Okay. Hey, Monique and LSW. So, guys, this episode was a lot for me because it was, the aftermath of Uncle Jerome. So it was really sad, and I was just like, ugh, I don't know. I can't take it. And I'm glad that it's over with. Hey, B. So, guys, what the heck was Uncle freaking, what is his name, child? I've been saying his name the whole time and now I can't think of it. Uncle Clifford. What was he doing at the funeral, at Uncle Jerome's funeral? Like, what is this? The gathering of the uncles, the TV uncles? Uncle Jerome, Uncle Clifford. Like, what the heck is going on here? Who's next? Uncle Buck? Like, I mean, come on now. But Uncle Buck is gone now. That's what's his name? John Candy. But anyway, what's up, Marlon and Khadija A. Hall? So, guys, like I said, the episode was called Charnel House. And let me talk to you guys a little bit about this title. It's a very eerie title, guys, okay? Because the definition of a charnel house is a building or vault in which corpses or bones are piled. And when I saw the image, it just had a bunch of like dead bodies and bones, like it says, the definition, piled up on top of each other. And so, like I said, this is a very eerie kind of title for a show. And to me, it just foreshadows things to come for the rest of the cast, okay? The rest of the people that are with us on this show. It's bodies, 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 like Franklin said last season. Now we got the Charnel House, and it's going to be a place that stores piles of bodies piling up. It's about to be a pile up. I mean, you saw Wanda say to Leon, like, what are you doing, like, with these guns? You over here planning for war. Like, they're still planning for war. When Leon tried to walk, he didn't try. When he walked Louis back, to her house, or he took her to her house and all of that, he said, you want me to come in? She said, no, you don't have to. The war is over, right? Like, I don't know if she's being sarcastic or what, But no, clearly the war is not over because Leon is over there cleaning up his stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's cleaning guns and things like he's getting ready for war. Louisiana boy James, what's up? Dar228, how you doing? Matthew Wilson, what up? Stan the man, the SJ show, how you doing? All right, guys, so let's get into this, okay? So Franklin, he pays a mortician to take care of Uncle Jerome's body. Do it quietly, don't call the cops, nothing like that. So of course, when the mortician tells Louis, okay, I gotta take him, I need to be with your husband, he'll be ready in about 2 days. It was sad. She's like, no, Jerome, she's calling him, and it was sad. And guys, look, I do not like Louis. I still don't like Louis, but I did feel bad for her in these moments. She lost somebody, her the only someone that she's had, and it's sad. Okay, we'll get more into that. I don't want to jump ahead because sometimes I just be jumping and I don't want to because I do have notes to follow and I need to stick to them. Okay. So like I said, Leon eventually takes her home, offers to stay, but she declines. Being a gentleman, I appreciated that. And also, instead of letting Leon come, we saw that she went to Scully's house. But listen, before we go there, before she gets to Scully's house, guys, she's looking in the mirror at her face. Her face is toe up, okay? Listen, Louis is a pretty woman. Her face is jacked up. She's got burn marks and whatever. I don't know what he did to her face, because those marks that are like on the sides and across her forehead and this, they look really bad. Like he just did something. He almost looked like he scraped it, or he just dragged her across the floor or something like that and was scraping her face up. I'm like, there's something kind of deep there on her face, So, and then he branded her. So she's in the mirror and she's seeing that. She's seeing the K in her chest. She's seeing the scratch. I mean, not the scratches. I mean, those are like some serious wounds on her face, and she's seeing the cigarette burn. She's seeing all that stuff, and so it's traumatizing to her. And we kind of hear that when she goes to see her friend later on, she's talking about other traumas with a gang of dudes. So she's been, listen, we already knew Louis. She got a crazy dark past, a past of all kinds of stuff. So this is the reason why she was after illegal stuff in the first place, because she was already kind of in the game, but she was in like I don't know if she's a prostitute. She was being pimped by a female, all that. So she's already been out there, so all of that trauma is not new to her. All right, but it is what it is. So she did go to Scully, and he was kind of cleaning her wounds and everything, and on her face, and then the branding and all of that. And she just really wanted to know, how do you do it? How did you do it? And he's like, do what? How did you keep peace in your heart? This guy, you got to get that hate out your heart. How did you keep the peace in your heart? And, he's saying because he knows that his girl and his baby girl are not really gone. And I don't want to taint their love or something like that, he said. And let me tell you something. Honestly, we don't got time for no romance, child. But the way they closeness, anytime I see a man and a woman getting close, I just be side-eyeing like, what's going on here? I didn't think nothing was going to happen now, of course. But I was just saying, like, I know they not, I wonder if they would push them together. You never freaking know. You know what I'm saying? What up to Marcus? So that's that, guys. Right? So now we have Franklin. He has to tell Sissy what happened. And she goes to the funeral home, and she just wants to know if he suffered. And hey, Moochie wants to know if she suffered, or if her brother suffered and everything. And he's like, no. Franklin says no. And he tried to touch his mother, and she would just, I knew it. I said, if Franklin touches her, she's going to do one of these. Like, get the heck off of me. You know what I mean? Because listen, if we rewind back to what was the season 1, when they brought the Coke, when Franklin brought the Coke to them, Uncle Jerome was against it. Louis was open. He's like, no, he'd rather stick to his weed. He had a simple life. He had a little hustle on the side, but he had a simple freaking life, guys. And so it's just sad. All right. Now, let me see what else. So we also have Louis. She's going, I'm sorry for some of these pictures, but she's going, that's not Louis, Sissy. She went to Louis. And, of course, she's sorry about what's going on. And, they're having a conversation. And Louis is like, listen, this needs to stop. Okay. All of this between us, it has to stop. And, Louis is like, well, Franklin, she blaming everything on Franklin. Franklin. This is all Franklin's fault. And so, Sissy is telling her that, they all played a part in this. It's not just Franklin. Like, it's every daggone body in this circle of ours. Like, everybody played a part. Ain't nobody going home with clean hands. What are you talking about, girl? So Louis' response is, well, I'm the one who lost my husband. And it's like, girl, don't forget that he is your husband. That's true. But this is also this woman's little brother, who they were kind of like all they had after, the family had left from, I think they from Texas or something like that. And they're all they had. They're all each other had. So, and I love how Sissy was like, well, you know what? I lost him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother. I lost him too. And my husband. And when she said the and my husband, I said, that's right, girl. Okay, you got double losses, and mess around. If Franklin get killed, it's gonna be a freaking triple loss. If her grandbaby dies, it's gonna be a freaking quadruple loss. So she got a lot of losses coming, in my opinion. That's what I think, guys. A lot of losses. And listen, I feel like she is she's really sad, and I'm talking about Sissy. She's really sad, and of course you guys can see it, but it's just lately she's given up on things. You know, she's telling Wanda take over the shelter and everything, because she's given up, guys. There's really nothing for her. She sees it. I feel like she sees certain things about to play out, and she's just getting very melancholy. Of course, you know, her brother just died. So, you know, yeah, she's tired. She's tired. She probably, as far as at this point, yo, she probably don't even want to kill freaking Teddy anymore. The way she looked like she beat, she couldn't. When she asked Wanda to take over the shelter, she sounded so drained, so emotionally exhausted, that it was just like, you'll be doing me a favor. Like, that is sad when somebody gets to that point, okay? But you never know. She still might kill Teddy. But look, she don't even seem like she's after him anymore. I mean, I don't know, guys. All right, but anyway, so back to their conversation. You know, she's telling her that I don't want to lose anybody else, because yes, I lost my brother, lost my husband. I don't want to lose nobody else, okay? And so Louis is saying, well, you got other people that you still care about, you know? And I don't, you know, that's all she says. I don't. So when someone starts to talk like this, it's like, well, I'm still willing for stuff to be on. I'm still willing to carry on because I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nobody that I care for. Like, my husband died, my whole effing world, you know? And it's like, girl, where was that energy when your husband was asking you to stop, when your husband didn't even want you to get in the game in the first daggone place? I mean, yeah, you talk about Franklin's fault and stuff like that, but this is a lot of your fault too. Your death is on, I'm sorry, your death, your husband's death is on your hands, in my opinion, guys, because he was in it to protect her. He never wanted it. He was in it to protect her. And that's just the bottom freaking line. And all of that energy about some, oh, my world, this and that. You didn't seem like, oh, I lost everything I cared for. To me, you didn't seem like you had anything that you really cared for like that, because you was not considering your man's feelings or his safety. And he died for you like he would anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's ridiculous. So anyway, LSW says, Sissy will never be the same. Sure not. Sure won't. Hey, Gemini, I have no sympathy for Louis at all. Let me tell you something. I don't have sympathy for her, but you know what, okay. I felt sorry for her because she lost her husband. She's crying, this and that and the third, and she's alone. You know, when people lose folks, you do feel bad. So I just feel bad for her, but I still don't like her. You know what I'm saying? I don't like her. Mm-hmm. And B says, and you picked that hit on Kane. Right. She been wreaking all kinds of havoc, child. All kinds of havoc. And got the nerve to talk about something. Oh, this is Franklin. Well, okay. Because when Franklin brought it to the table, you was all ears and you was ready. Okay. Hands and feet and everything. All right. So next, guys, we have Julia, and you know, she comes by to see Teddy, and she tells him that, you know, the solution that she got with Frank, this issue that he has with Franklin is easy. Give him back the freaking money. Okay? Give him back the money. That simple. And he's like, no, he can't do that. And she's like, well, you know what? Fix it, or else I'm going to fix it for you. He says, how are you going to fix it? And she says, by public execution. And I was like, excuse me, what the heck does that mean? What the heck is she going to do? All right. So remember, she was kind of she was a part of the CIA and everything too. So she got some pull now. And right now, this is the mama bear coming out. You need to do whatever you need to do to protect our child. Plus, she's pregnant on top of that. You need to do whatever you need to do to protect our child, okay? Or else I'm going to do what I got to do. Public execution, I don't know what the heck that means, child, but we saw Halfmeyer talking to like I guess his superior about Teddy getting out of hand, and it's looking, listen, Teddy is dying, guys. He's dying, and we're going to get to that. He's freaking dying. I don't want to go ahead, all right? But, after all of this, Parissa tells Teddy that Julia has a point. Okay, and he's like, "What do you think? I wouldn't protect my kid and all of this, my family, and blah blah blah." She said, "I don't know." Parissa was just like, "I don't know," and he says, "Well, they're protected. They're protected." And then he tells her that he believes that money belongs to us. I believe that money belongs to us. He's talking about Franklin's money. Franklin's money, guys, that he told Julia that Franklin got from ill gain. And it's like, how in the world do you think that money that somebody else got from ill gain belongs to you? Oh my, I'm telling you, just like a freaking white man. I mean, and this is not against all white people, obviously. I'm talking about the ones that are always taken. Like, did you hear what that CIA dude? Yo, when Halfmeyer went, they're freaking racist, guys. When Halfmeyer went and said what he said about Teddy, that about Franklin killing Teddy's father, he said the nigger killed his father. I said, are you freaking kidding me? These are the conversations that they have about us behind closed doors. And then every now and then you get one that's bold and wants to say it to folks' face and gets the freaking hell beat out of them. Okay? So anyway. But like I said, guys, folks, they're closing in on Teddy, all right? Like DEA, KGB, and now the CIA. Like, of course, we know Franklin. We know Franklin want him, okay? But Halfmeyer, let me tell you something. Once the CIA, to me, I think that's the biggest threat, is once the CIA, his own freaking organization, starts to call him a threat and him a concern, you already know his days are freaking numbered. They are about to get rid of Teddy, all right? That's exactly what they're about to do. They're about to get rid of freaking Teddy, all right? So let me see what else we got here. Okay, so now, guys, Ruben pops up. Like this freaking ninja here. He gonna pop up at Oso's house and pretty much threatens Oso's family, okay, if he doesn't go to receive a shipment of cocaine in Colombia in 2 freaking days. All right. And Oso is like, okay, I'll do that. But he wants to make a deal that after he does this, he needs to be able to get away with his family. Okay. So Ruben says, okay, they're like, oh, we need money and all of this stuff. I mean, also saying I need money, we need some money. And Franklin, sorry guys with the names. Ruben is saying, okay, we can set you up with a nice penny to get you started to start a new life, but we don't got money like your American friends, So of course, this is also always looking for a way out, but this man is threatening him. And I'm just like, who the heck are you to come in here threatening him? First of all, you made your way up into this man's home. It's bad enough that he got Teddy. You know what I'm saying? Who are you to come in this man's house and now you're threatening him? Like, unbelievable. Like, it's just ridiculous. Ruben gotta go too. He gotta go. And I just don't appreciate him coming in here doing that. He's like, don't make me hurt nobody because this is non-negotiable and all of that. Like, my thing is, what are the terms that you're offering that you think you got something over me that I could, that I'm going to want to work with you. But listen, he's threatening his family. So he kind of knows if I threaten this guy's family, it's a go. So that's what he does have over him. And the fact that he's showing him I could just pop up and I could just get in your house. So clearly that means something, right? Obviously he is a threat, but it's just annoying to me. Like, this guy is freaking KGB. He's foreign. It's supposed to be like, foreign kind of CIA. It's not the CIA, but you know what I'm talking about. Foreign intelligence. and you coming up in here in an American home. He's also not American, but this is American soil, and you making threats. It just annoyed me. That's all that I gotta say about that. Another thing is, I don't understand why, if they're KGB, why haven't I seen one Russian? Even the white dude that Ruben was talking to did not seem to be Russian. So I'm very confused about that. Not to say that obviously all KGB is not going to be Russian, but I'm just saying, why couldn't the white guy at least be Russian? Whatever. But I guess to blend in, if you're doing dirt on American soil, you got to blend in some way, somehow, right? Anywho. Ruben wouldn't even live up to his words, probably kill also after Teddy. Right, probably, right. He don't seem like the type that'll live up to his word. Just like he killed Avi after that. He dang on sure ain't gonna live up to his word. You right about that, Matthew. Thank you. You right about that. All right, so at this point, guys, Ciamara, she is so done. She done had it. Like, this is way too much. I think we need to separate. You shouldn't even know where we are. I think it's best. And also was like, yeah, I do too. and he's just so like out of it seems like, But of course, the first thing he wants to do is protect his family. So this causes him to go and see Franklin, and he winds up telling Franklin that, listen, I got busted by the DEA, and they're pressing me. And he tells him about Ruben as well, right? And he says to Franklin that they got pictures of Louis and all of this, and Franklin was freaking out, looking around, pulled the gun out. And he's like, listen, you're clean, Moreno. Everybody else they got dirt on, but you're clean, okay? And they also want Teddy. So now Franklin's like, oh, so everybody wants Teddy, huh? Not just me. Everybody wants Teddy. And, at this point, it's like, okay, let's make a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going to make a plan. He tried to get him, tell him, like, I got the money for you, but I don't have the pictures. I mean, not the pictures, the passports. They're going to take a little time. And so, he's like, if you got to make it look like Teddy set me up or something like that, he was saying. But guys, you already know they're not letting. This is good, okay? This is good when they don't let us in on the plan. Like they did say a little something. He even told Teddy at the end, like, come to the repast or whatever. I mean, he even told also at the end, come to the repast. I'm jumping ahead. But when they don't let us hear the plan, that's hopeful news. Because when they let us see the plan, most likely it's not going to work out, right? So as long as we don't hear it, we might be good. We need that little surprise, which is a good surprise. It's going to be, so it's going to save us and all that crap, right? So that's that, guys. So let me see what else. We also have that Wanda. She tells Leon that she's leaving the projects. He's like, you leaving me? And she said, no, but I'm leaving the freaking projects. Okay. Like, you over here cleaning guns and wiping them down, doing all of this stuff. And, I got to get out of here. She's like, I need to change course, because she sees them heading to the same grave that Jerome is about to go to. Like, she just sees it. And he's like, you know what? I just need to straighten some things out so that I can pass on the projects to the next man. And, she's like, I want to believe that. I really do. I want to believe that, but I can't. I wish I could. Because here it is, guys. This happens all the freaking time, right? It's always that one last thing that they got to do before leaving the game. And that one last thing is never, ever worth it. It's like, somebody said something so good. I think it was Big Smooth, and I hope I'm not giving credit to the wrong person, and I forgot what they said. But I wish that I could remember. It was so good. But it was like that turning around, like that second go around could cost you your life. But I really wish the way that they worded it, it rhymed and all of that. So I just wish I would have had it. I would have actually did my homework and searched through comments and stuff like that, but whatever, it's fine. So, she's just like, I gotta go. And I'm glad, because she don't need to be around that stuff. That stuff is, first of all, it's weighing too hard on her. It's triggering. And she's also you don't want her to relapse, okay? So there you have that. She got to go. And when she tells Sissy that she's leaving, Sissy offers an apartment for her. So that's good. So she's in good hands and everything like that. All right. So we also have that Teddy, he meets up with Louie and he tells her that he needs her help getting to Franklin, guys. And the way he was, listen, Louie was like, what do you want? What do you want? And he was like, excuse me? Like, he really, like, he's bossy as heck. Like, you remember you worked for me and stuff. And, you know, she was like, he said, I've been paging you. She says, well, I haven't gotten back to you. So that either means that I'm busy or I'm dead, right? Like, she's just pissed. And he's like, this is not a request. And so then she was like, all right, I can meet you at 3:00. I think she said 3. And he was like, I need to meet you soon enough. She said, I'll see you then, you know, because this guy really thinks that these are his little niggers, like your little slaves and stuff. You're going to come at my freaking beck and call. He wasn't even expecting her to talk to him like that on the phone. Like, excuse me? Like, I'm telling you, sometimes they get on my freaking nerves. Like, they just think the audacity of you to talk to me like that. Well, what you want? So she went and you know, met up with him, and all he just needs her to tell him where Franklin is. And she's like, I don't socialize with Franklin. And he said, well, I need you to change that. Like, who you think, my guy, who do you think you are? You gonna tell me to talk to somebody I don't F with? Like, are you dumb? So, you know, it's just, the whole thing is pissing me off with this guy, and I'm so ready for him to go. So in this moment, I liked how Louie handled herself. No, I don't like Louie, but I liked how she handled herself. Like, listen, I'm about to bury my husband. So after all of that, I'll do whatever you want me to do when it comes to freaking Franklin. What'd she say? Slit him nuts to neck, something like that. And he was like, Jerome's dead. And she's like, yes. Okay. And so she said, so after that, I'm gonna, you know, I'll do whatever you want me to do. But until then, leave me alone. Okay. And she gets out of there. So for some reason, as you know, I know DeMarcus had made a comment saying that he thinks that Louie and Franklin will probably work together. But, you know, at this moment, I was kind of thinking that I wonder if they will work together. But we're going to talk about that because in a way, my mind kind of changed. All right. So let me see where am I? So we talked about Sissy asking Wanda about the shelter situation. So let's see where we're at now. Okay. So now we get to the funeral. Okay. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on at the funeral. Like I said, Uncle Clifford done popped up, child. And that's just that. But Louie is here. I'm sorry, not Louie. Of course she's here. Leon and Wanda, and she's talking to him, and she's just like, she's afraid for her man. She sees Louie's pain. She just lost her husband, and she says basically like she don't want to be in that same position. Like, I'm afraid that I will be in the same position. And he says, I'm here with you. That's what Leon says. I'm here with you. Yeah, I know you here with me, but I'm afraid you won't be. And I wish he would listen to her and just go, but most likely that ain't gonna happen, y'all. Okay. So now we got this ninja coming, popping up with his crackhead behind freaking Buckley. And she asked him, Louie was like, did he page you? And he said no. Sitting there looking like a freaking crackhead, lying, saying no. Okay. Yeah, he got that jam shine on his hair short too. Look, jam, because I'm actually doing my son's hair too in the meantime. Jam is old school. I love it. All right. DeMarcus's Uncle Clifford was making sure that Roulette was coming to the pink after the funeral. Sure enough, shoot, he's trying to get these folks coming. So, you know, he's lying about that. So we're going to see, because she don't believe it. She does not believe it. And we will see how she handles that. Because you know what? At the end of the day, she took on all of that suffering for this freaking crackhead, because Cain did not ask for her husband. He asked for Buckley. And the fact that she was going to take all of that, endure all of that, did endure all of that, it was worthless. And I said it from the gate. Why the heck are you protecting this freaking crackhead? And he's off the force. Yeah, he could pull a few dirty cops and all of that. But how long is a crackhead gonna be able to have pull with some other cops? Not long. Okay, please. Let's talk about what's next. So we see this was, everything was sad, guys. Even the song that, all of that was sad. Like just the marching and all of that. I was like, oh my gosh, why are they doing this to me? I can't take it. So she goes up and she kisses the casket and she's like, I'm sorry, baby. So that was sad. Everything was sad, and I was just so happy that it was over. This episode was too much for me. And guys, I just had to show this scene. This is not a good picture, but I kept taking the picture over and over. It just kept coming out bad and blurry and whatever. So I had to take this picture though, because I didn't understand. He done went up to them. He's looking at Einstein, and he just goes like this, and then like this to the other guy. And the way Einstein looked, like, what the heck was that about? It had me laughing, and I was like, what is that about? What happened? And I don't know. I hope that's not something bad, guys. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. There go Uncle Clifford in the back, okay? He don't got his wigs and nothing on, child, but he got his lovely, lovely mustache. I mean, that mustache, that beard, his facial thing is going on. What up, Big Smooth? Big Smooth, were you the one that said, because I shouted you out a little bit, it was something about when they turn the corner, like they turn that one last thing that they want to do before they leave the game, and it cost them their life. But it was the way that it was worded that I loved it, and I was trying to say it, but I couldn't. So I don't know if it was you that said it, but I feel like it was you. All right. Like that second you go back, you lose your life. But you said it was like it was rhyming. All right. So anyway, now this is the last scene where Franklin, Louis asked Franklin. So let me rewind it, guys. Okay. We're going to go back to when Teddy is asking her to give up Franklin. That's when I was thinking to myself, okay, well, maybe they might work together for some reason. I don't know. I just had that feeling, right? So then she comes and she asks him, there you go. I knew it was you. Double backs might get your life jacked. Yeah, it was you. I knew it. My memory's good. Okay, thank you. So there you go, guys. Double backs might get your life jacked. And that's exactly what I was talking about with our guy Leon. Like, don't do the double backs, just keep going. You should have never came back, my guy. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, so like I was saying, when it comes to Teddy and Louis, I thought for some reason that maybe just with this conversation, she's not going to help him, right? She's not going to help Teddy. She's probably going to work with Franklin for some reason. I don't know why, right? But then in this scene right here, when she says to Franklin, why did you come back for me? I knew the question was coming. Why did you come back for me? And I said to myself, guess what? It all depends on how Franklin answers this question, which will depend on if she will help him. Will she give him up or will she help, right? And he did not answer the question well. At first he says, oh, I was taught to respect women. You got to protect them at all costs and all of this crap. And then she said, is that it? And he said, no. Then he takes the shades off and, he says, you made me a promise in that warehouse and I need all the help I could get. And then she calls him a devil. And it's just like, girl, you don't got no right to call anybody a freaking devil after all the devilish things you've been doing. And even earlier in this season, I made, I made a comment about how they got her even looking dark and evil around the eyes. Like they do her makeup to make her look evil. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, child, stop. Don't talk about nobody being evil when you're behind them did so many freaking things, okay? To people that's supposed to be your family. So anyway, and he said, yes, I am. I am the devil. And I was like, Franklin, come on now. Because honestly, I thought that he went back for her because he got it was, he's not a monster after all. Like he is, but he's not. He still has a little bit of softness in there. But I don't know. So we shall see. Louis is the female version of Franklin. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think so. But who broke bread on the first brick for Franklin? Louis. Let's see. Franklin's always putting his foot in his mouth. Exactly. And he should have really watched what he said. But we shall see, right? But it's looking like in next week's episode that he gonna get captured, gonna get kidnapped or whatever, abducted, and she's gonna be beating him up and all of that stuff. But we don't know who's gonna come to his rescue. Somebody gotta come to his freaking rescue, right? You know what I'm saying? What else did I have? Okay, we also had that Franklin tells also to come to the repast because he got some good news for him. I think I mentioned that a little bit earlier. So we don't know. All of this stuff that's going on, we do not know. So remember what he said, that he could make it look like a setup, right? Like make Teddy think he set him up. So this whole abduction could be a part of their plan. It doesn't even have to mean that he really got caught out there or nothing like that. It could really be a part of his plan. But did y'all peep where him and V are sleeping, yo? Oh my gosh, they are going the extra lengths to hide from freaking Teddy. Like it's crazy, okay? They are hiding from this man. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, so again, breaking news: orange skunk hair Trump has been indicted. But can still run for president 2024. I don't believe anything stopping him, guys. Nothing but death can keep you from it. That's how I feel. That's it, baby. Nothing but death. And I'm not saying anything else. That's what I feel. I just feel like he's gonna be able to run. I think also we'll take out Louis to save Franklin. I welcome anyone taking out Louis at this point, to be honest with you, okay? I welcome it all right? I know the Marcus that you love, your girl, but I welcome it. I do. All right, now before we get out of here, I have one more thing, right? Dion was like, he saw Leon, he was like, hey, nigga. I'm like, what the heck? I know you're not about to start no freaking mess on, at the funeral. Like, don't do that. Okay, but he did, and he just said, y'all gonna take care of the guys that did this to Rome, and all Leon could say was yeah. And I'm like, the dudes are dead. There's nobody to take out. So okay, I can. What are you talking about, Leon? What you gonna do? Because he's dead. He's dead. That was a scratching my head moment, but I guess it was just like, yeah, just say yeah, and then just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Sometimes you don't need to explain anything, because Jerome's situation wasn't supposed to be out there like that anyway. Remember, Franklin, he didn't want the mortician to let the cops know or nothing. So yeah, nobody knew what was going on. Everybody just knew Jerome was dead. Everybody in the streets know he's dead. And he was murdered, and that was that, So I don't know, guys, but we shall see what happens. That's going to be it for me. We almost 40 minutes in, and yeah, I thank you guys so much for being here. And the verdict is still out on V. It just is, because I want to trust her. Well, I don't really want to trust her because I didn't trust her from the jump. But I kind of feel like, maybe now I misjudged her, but I don't know still. I still got my eye on her. Like, I don't know about you, girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. DeMarcus says, Miss K, what do you think about the Wanda spinoff? Yeah, I was going to say something about that. I don't care about it. I like Wanda as a side character, not somebody to freaking headline or star in a show. As far as Snowfall goes, she could star in a show, don't get me wrong, but her character Wanda is not somebody that I want to see star in a spinoff. I don't. And they should have never did that, because they just kind of like messed up our predictions and this, that, and the third. So we know she lives. I think me and Moochie were talking about this earlier. Clearly she lives. And most likely that means that Leon dies. But I did predict anyway. I was afraid for her, but I did predict that I think she's going to be pregnant. So I do think that Leon is still going to die, but I think that she's going to be with child when he passes away. So she'll be having little Leon in her stomach, or maybe a daughter. You never know. But that's just that, guys. Thank you, DeMarcus. Appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for coming. Tina and B and Marlon and Big Smooth and LSW and the SJ show and all you guys. And I saw Daria in here as well. I would rather see a Louis spinoff than a Wanda spinoff, because Louis is more interesting. I would hate to see a Louis spinoff and I wouldn't watch it. So this would be one less place that you would have to go for a recap for that. You feel me? Big Smooth. Everybody have a blessed night, and I will see you I think tomorrow at midnight for Power Book 2 Ghosts. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.